Alright, hello everybody! I am back with another video. I don't like the top 5 stuff that much, but when I do it, I kind of want to do it so that it's a little outside the box. And really just so that I can talk about stuff that I love and enjoy. This time I'm going to be talking about the top 5 book covers that I have. God, some of these covers are so stunning. Like, I don't have a choice. I have to talk about these. And I've been just not talking about them. I don't know anything about art. I don't draw or paint. I mean, I try, but I can't. But it's very fascinating. Anyways, I'm going to start you off with my number 5, and I have a couple honorable mentions that are, like, right here. Number 5 being Assassin's Apprentice. And the reason, it's simple. And same with all the Realm of the Otherlings books. This really just kind of, it seeps into the rest of them. But the reason why I love Assassin's Apprentice and its cover, I don't know if you can see that without the light getting in its way. There you go. The deer here, like, just, it's so simple, and but it has a couple aspects to it that's so nice. It has that paper look to it, like it's an old piece of paper that has been used and read time and time again, so that when you open the book, it feels like I'm opening up this manuscript to something that I haven't, that's been written hundreds of years ago, or maybe just a long time ago, and it's been old, and it's been degrading and decaying, but the manuscript has remained intact, and we can still read that book. That's how it feels. And then we have the Buckkeep deer, or the buck on the buck insignia on the cover, and it has so much symbolism for the actual tale that is about to be told to you. And that's the thing I love about really all these covers. There's so much symbolism conveyed to you, all in this one little thing that the cover artist has decided to show to us. Like, there's a skull inside of the A here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can show it to you. I don't know if you can see that. But my point is, we get this giant buck, and it has so much symbolism for freedom and duty and loyalty and trust. I just love that. And all the Realm of the Otherlings covers have this, at least with my editions. And I love it so much. I love it. Maybe you disagree, but fuck you. I don't care. Now, with my next book, I am telling you about Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. I know. Is this a special issue edition? Yes, it is. Do I care? No, not at all. I love this copy of the book. Just take a minute to appreciate this. How we have two characters reaching out for one another, because this is a love story, and each of them have their ascribed colors. Here's the red, here's the blue. But what's funny is, I don't know if you can see this, but the color of the swirls that surround them is the color of the other person. So, red girl over here, yep, that's a girl. I couldn't tell if that was Yumi, but the girl is being covered by the blue, and the guy is being covered by the red, as if they are being engulfed by the idea, by the very presence of this person. And it's also very intriguing, since we know, or at least I know, I'm not going to spoil it, but some of the things that happen in this book, and this reaching out for one another, is so symbolic for some of these things. And then you have this kind of crescent moon-esque thing in the back. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to bring it up closer. And I'm trying to get the... There you go. And with that moon thing, that circle in the middle, it represents it represents an idea that is presented in the book, and I love it so much. And I just love how they're reaching out for one another, and just, it's so symbolic of the actual book, and I love it. Anyways, that's why I love that one. Now, for number 3, Song of the Mysteries. Now, I'm going to pull these two back just so that you guys don't... Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. But Song of the Mysteries... You know what? I'm just going to move these down here. But Song of the Mysteries is another one of my favorite covers. It's probably like number 3. Because, god damn! Look at this sunset! Like... Oh, I think Janny Wirtz did the cover. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure jacket illustration, copyright Janny Wirtz. Yep. So the author of this book, of last book in the Wars of Light and Shadow series, made this cover, and god, look at it! Like, we get that beautiful, beautiful sunset, or is that a sunrise? That's probably a sunrise, and I'm just crazy. And then we get an image of a waterfall in this little peak. It's like a peek into another world, I guess. Hey, I haven't read this up to this point in the series, or even close to it. But you get this little peek into a different section of the world, maybe? I really don't know what the point of that is, but I love it. And then we get that snake that's wrapping all around it. And I'm sure that has symbolism for... I have a guess. Excuse me. Because I have 3... I'm almost under the 3rd book right now. And I have a guess as to what the snake represents, but I have no idea. It could represent a character in my mind, but maybe by this point in the story, it means something completely different. And that would be very, very fascinating to see. And then just the way the light reflects off the water's surface. I'm going to try and show this to you. And how we have these two... I don't know what those are, but I think I knew at some point. These two stone statues watching over this river. And the sun just beating over it with... what's it called? A lighthouse in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. My hand might be covering it up, like right here, I think. And then there's the mountainscapes in the back, and I think you can see that back here. It's so stunning. The way that it has this... It feels so picturesque. It's like I'm looking over a sunset, and it feels like I'm dying. It feels like that thing that you'd see at the last moment of your life, and it's like, God, I loved life. It's so good. Who knows? That could be how death is. I don't know. I'm not saying it's all that picturesque. But my point is, it has that, this is my grand finale. This is the end. But also, it's the beginning. It's a new start. There's more, and even after this ends, even after it's all done, we have the sun rising in the back, and the world still goes on. I think it's very good because it has this nature. It seems to focus on nature, and nature's gonna keep going even if we're all dead. And I think that's wonderful. Oh, and I guess there's also a ship here. I have no idea what that could mean. I mean, I have an idea, but I don't know. Now, for number 2. Can you guess why I love this one? Is it the sunset? If you guessed the sunset, you nailed it. You nailed it. But also, take a look at it. So, if you know the rule of thirds, it is to keep one thing in the third of the screen, or like towards the right. I know I don't do that. Fuck me. But it's I think a camera thing, but it can work for a lot of things, I believe. But it's this blue skyline with a sunset right here, the pink as the sun seems to be setting at this moment. And right here we get to see this one lone creature standing on a rooftop, and it's stunning. I think it's stunning. And then you get to see how it's looking over this giant city, and it looks like New York or something, but it's beautiful. And then how the pink reflects onto the water down there, and I love it. And then you also see on the sprayed edge, it's a little bit more of a focus on the lone creature standing on that. Is that a rooftop? What do you call that thing? The pyre? I really don't know. And it's so good. I don't really have much more to say since I haven't read Perdido Street Station, but that's about it. And now I'm going to give you my honorable mentions. First honorable mention, 11th Cycle. I'm not going to dwell on these too much. The reason this didn't make it on there is, even though this is a very, very badass cover, it doesn't mean much, you know? It just doesn't... It's cool. It has all the details, but that's like, this is a guard in the book, I believe. I believe he's a sort of guard, and I love it. It's a really, really cool design, but it doesn't seem to have much more meaning. It doesn't have that picturesque, I'm looking out at the sunset like Perdido Street Station, as I just showed you. It just has that, it's here. Look, this is a guy who looks badass, but that's about it. It doesn't have much more to it. And then this one, oh, it was close. Believe me, I almost added this one. Demon in White, the Broken Binding edition, with this, with the, what's it called? Is it board art? No, it's not board art. Please, someone tell me in the comments what the fuck this is called. But, like, it's that thing that's, like, engraved into the walls. I have no idea. But the reason is, it's just people looking cool. I really don't. I also love that the stretch around, but also another thing I love is the decay. The reason I chose this over Howling Dark was the way it decayed. This is the Demon in White version, by the way, or Demon in White book. It's that decay in the stone that you can see here. And of course, you have the spine, which is just absolutely so cool. If you can see that, it's like a pillar. I love the way that it's all looking decayed, as if things are starting to go downhill. And we still have our main character over here looking badass, but also leading a charge, as we can see all the soldiers over here on the backside. And there are a couple things I could say, but I won't because it's spoiler. It's great. And then for my favorite book cover, let's be honest, this is not like actual top 5. It's like, these are some book covers I love and I just really want to talk about them. Broken Binding edition of Stone of Farewell. Yep. I got it. I mean, look at this thing, man. It's Jeff Brown. Do I need another reason? Because, man, it's stunning. You can see, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the individual strokes, I think, as he just moves like this pillar of, as this giant stone, and he curves it a little bit so it looks angled at these characters down at the bottom. And by the way, I'm making all this stuff up in the moment. I don't know if that was the point. I'm just looking at it and going, that looks badass. I love it. And then you have these characters right in front of this giant stone, and you're going, what's that stone mean? Why are they being overwhelmed by it? And it looks stunning. Just stunning. And then you also have a guy who's riding on a wolf. Is that a wolf? Yeah, he's riding on a wolf. If you can see that, he's riding on a wolf, and I have no idea why, but it looks so cool. And, man, I just love how... And the stone looks kind of like a crown, too. I again, haven't read the book, haven't even read Dragonbone Chair, but it looks like it has the bits that you see on the top of a crown, and I love that so much. And it looks like the world is just dour, and it's sad, it's raining, and just it creates such a set of mood and atmosphere, and I love it so much. I don't know. It's so good. And then on the back, you get a forest, you get some snow. Also, can we talk about the snow on this real quickly? The snow is gorgeous. And also, oh man, the reflection on the water here, or is that ice? I really have no idea. But man, it makes me so excited to jump into Tad Williams next year. But that's about all I have to say for now. I hope you all enjoyed, and this has been fun. Tell me what you guys think are your favorite covers in the description, or not the description, in the comments, and I'll see you all next time. Later today, I will be going live with Tuda Rambles, so join us there. See ya next time.